Okay, so 40 million people are on the cusp of being evicted from their homes. 12 million people have lost health insurance since the pandemic. You have millions of others. I think it's actually like 50 million Americans, 1/6 of the population, is starving or borderline starving. I forget which one it was. But I think they call it food insecurity, which is a really dressed up way to say people don't have enough food. The stats are horrible. This is, without a doubt, the worst it's been since the Great Depression for workers in America. And Mitch McConnell just wants to play politics as usual. Mitch McConnell could easily send out the $1,200 checks. But he won't do it for one reason and one reason only. He's going to use it against Joe Biden when the economy tanks next year, because that's what's happening now, and it's going to happen in the first or second quarter of next year. The numbers will show up in the first or second quarter, and that will be blamed on Biden as a political hit job. How Machiavellian is this guy? This guy is a pure sociopath. And he gets reelected every year. Here's the thing. If you need more proof that we could do this with these $1,200 stimulus checks, we could do this every month. For the reason I gave you, that it's going to make the economy look good. And then they can't use the political capital against Joe Biden in the future. Okay? But the thing is, that money that they give out to people are targeted. It's targeted money. People who make less than, a couple who makes less than 150,000 and a single person who makes less than 75,000 is going to spend the money. It's going to be put back into the economy, therefore stimulating the economy. It's right in the name, stimulus checks. So we know it's going to work. We know it works when it's targeted and you give it to people who need to spend the money. It's a literal investment in America's economy. Okay? No one's going to be saving it, that's for sure. But once again, you have a Machiavellian sociopath like Mitch McConnell who strictly wants to play political games. And when you have a disingenuous base like the Republicans, it's easy to play like this, because when it's easy to play dirty when you don't reason honestly. Like, everyone should know that the reason the economy is going to tank next year is that Mitch McConnell said there's going to be no stimulus. Okay? Like, anyone who reasons honestly is going to remember this. But since the Trump base only cares about winning at all costs available to them, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Because, once again, Trumpists don't reason honestly. They reason in terms of winning. And I really wish the Democrats thought like this just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not like these Machiavellian sociopaths like Mitch McConnell. But just have a mindset of winning and making the case about what is what. The Democrats are horrible at this. This is why the GOP wins constantly. They know how to attack. They know how to pounce on their political enemies, and in the most disingenuous ways. Whatever sticks to the wall. You see what Donald Trump does. He'll throw 14 arguments against the wall. One of them sticks. It makes no sense, but it sticks because the attack was so aggressive. But they're not going to remember this next year. The Trump base will be like, oh, what? Yeah, Mitch McConnell didn't pass stimulus. And that it'll all be forgotten next year. Trust me. Intentionally. Like, they'll intentionally, like, shift to one side of their brain that ignores the other side of the brain, the cognitive dissonance game, because once again, they want to win more than anything, and they're willing to be dishonest actors, okay? But the fact is, these stimulus checks would just juice the economy. It would prop up the economy. It would help people who are literally starving. And he says no. People have to look at America like we're savages. And we are. There's no question about that. When you look at every other Western country in the world, their government is pulling through for the people, okay? And we're over here playing political games when 1 in 5 Americans is literally starving. It's amazing. It really is. It's really stunning to the senses. Anyways, they're going to pass something this week. Someone said you might get a $300 stimulus check, a $500 check. It doesn't matter. They're going to make it so it's not enough to stimulate the economy and to make the political play at Joe Biden next year and blame him for it. So that's what we have to look forward to.